right off the bat. Starting strong. I don't think we have seen a single early, like really early game champion so far, at least on the bot lane.
Not really. We saw that Draven ban, but that was as far as it really went.
Yeah. Now,
Even though
Caliber.
looking at the OPGG, then looks like Extraordinary actually plays Kalista quite a bit.
What is the wonderland we have dropped onto? Kalista, Shyvana, Swain. Meanwhile, a Kaligar. What?
Looks like
Comfort pick Royal.
Yeah,
So,
looks like Levi plays a lot of Swain in the mid lane with a high win percentage, and changed by support in the jungle has 100 games with 60% win rate on Shyvana in the jungle, or rather, wait, yeah, jungle. I was looking at whether it's top lane, but Orianna is getting through though, and Jarvan and Wukong are both open that we haven't really seen against the Punishers. Gonna have to see what the Extraordinary goes in response.
another day of another punch in Oriana.
I'm
Lissandra.
curious.
Nice. I take it.
Lissandra is his most played, Levi in the mid lane,
Mm-hmm.
apart from Swain, the most played. Which tells me they don't really play Syndra or like Zerath or Ziggs or anything of that kind. Question is if they go for the jungle here or okay, Xanteg comes out.
Interesting. All of the picks so far we haven't seen. I mean, Oriana, of course, but you know.
Have you not seen Ariana today?
I have not seen a single Oriana here, Jay. Not a single
I
one.
I'm surprised that came out first pick. Well, let's see. Xanted though is really strong still, and you can blind pick it.
I think it requires quite a bit of skill now, especially with like the changed version he is.
That's true. Jinx, I don't think is a surprise as well. Going for the scaling, very good pick.
Yeah, Punishers are boring in this regard. Like, I'm not saying
Don't
it's bad. I'm saying it. We have seen this one quite recently.
Yeah, don't change what works for you though, especially when the opponent doesn't ban you out, right?
Mm-hmm. Now we see Caitlyn. Like every single pick feels fresh, new. I mean, Caitlyn is like a quite common pick against Jinx as well, as the range really punishes her hard.
Nocturne comes out. I would expect Wukong to get banned out as well.
Probably.
Possibly the Jarvan by Punishers. You don't really want to give a Jarvan when you have Orianna Jinx.
And obviously Xerath being picked out as possibly a counter pick for the Ariana, or rather a neutralizer, if you may. Mundo being banned as Timu's one of the most comfortable picks.
To be fair, the Xerath might be a support ban. The support has played it, and
Oh right, we have Lissandra mid. Never mind. I'm tripping.
yeah. Xerath is like against Renata, you can poke him out of lane in the early game, and then team fights you just have a lot of range. But it seems like Lissandra is gonna be mid lane, so it's not going there as an answer. We'll be curious to see if they pick up something like not to cook, but Heimerdinger support or Milia. Like Heimer, he has actually played it seems, and Heimer with Caitlyn, you can get like massive prio, but they're going for engage instead it seems. Even though it could be a flex still, and a take away from no info because he played it as well.
Yeah, I see it more as just like denial rather than actual pick. But then again, it's still good because it's flexible. They haven't picked for certain like either a jungler or support.
Yeah, that's fair. I would expect
So,
Wukong to come out from Punishers though,
but that's
unless
why. Why would you be? Okay, I'm sorry. Um,
it makes sense to an extent. Like Caitlyn and Lissandra, especially Lissandra, with the Vi ultimate is a point and click CC with the R, with the Lissandra being slippery with the E.
it's like cat and mouse game in the sense that whoever has ultimate up wins, right? It's Lissandra can deny Vi's ult, Xante can deny Vi's ult, but neither of them can really stop Vi from doing her stuff when like she targets anyone else. So like only certain characters need to be out of range. So it's kind of interesting. I do like how this matchup is looking. And now we see the support coming out. That means Rel is indeed going into the jungle, unless it's Syra in the jungle. I truly doubt, but
Caitlyn Zyra is a really strong lane though. Like they can bully Jinx and Renata early game.
yeah, it's heavy poke. Also, Darius versus Xante is like an interesting one. I do feel Xante has like an opportunity to come out victorious in this lane, but he has to be like really cautious about where he steps. Because I mean, Doran Shield and Second Wind do make a big difference um, in terms of just like sustain, especially against Darius, who just constantly procs both. So if Xante makes his trades correctly, as uses like shield, Q, basic, and get out, like with the W or something, then I feel he can win. There is like this narrow path that he can outtrade Darius. If he fails that, or has abilities down when something else is happening, then he loses. But yeah, I mean, top lane is well at the end of the day an island until like 15-minute mark or whenever a herald spawns.
I'm not too sure actually. Like I was looking at the draft right now. Punishers has a really strong top side, so you would want to get the Darius ahead or like have him get ahead in isolation. But you also need to help your Jinx and Renata play the early game because the mid lane almost feels like very neutral or like a stalemate where neither should really have kill potential without the jungler. And then it depends whether the junglers start playing for the mid lane or if they go to like bot or top rather, and then who gets the first leads in any of the lanes.
Yeah. Hmm.
I'm curious to see how the Darius Xanta matchup plays out because as you explained, and I personally haven't really seen it. I haven't really seen Darius pick that much, even though Xante got played a lot when we were still playing SLE and in competitive as well.
Mm-hmm. That was about the
Probably
time
the
that Adam was doing waves with Darius.
yeah. I was about to say like maybe some of the viewers or yourself included watch LEC, then you might be more familiar with the Darius, but
Hmm. But there is like almost literally only one option for a wide ult. Because I feel like ulting anyone besides Caitlyn is gonna be like a little bit of a waste. Maybe
Zyra,
Syra. Yeah.
Lissandra. I think it's one of those cases where if you ult first as Vi, then there's counterplay, but if you wait for some cooldowns to be used before you ult, then you still get a lot of value out of just a point and click CC and lock someone down.
then let me ask it this way: what else is Emerald Punisher supposed to use, if not Viult, to make something happen?
Well, you're right. I mean, from an engage point of view, the Vi is only their only real reliable engage, because Oriana needs something to deliver the ball to the back line. Otherwise, you're ulting like Santa and Rel that you don't want to do. Then perhaps you have the Darius flank if you can get like side lane prio and come in from a flank. Maybe you can have like a creative Renata ulti angle if he's not in a backline, or for example, if the Rel and Xante look to dive you and then you disengage your turn to fight with the Renata ult, then Vi can look for like a re-engage. So there's some options, but in the sense of only having engage and making fight happen yourself, like Vi is the only real option.
Mm-hmm.
Even though looking at these drafts, I feel like it's much closer than in some of the other ones. Like it could go either way and just comes down to which lanes get ahead first and then how they play the fights.
The only concern right now I have for Extraordinary is that they will lack damage. But then again, Rel, okay, can't really do that much damage, but Xante can turn into a weapon quite easily. Lissandra, if actually full built, can do a lot of damage. But if they fall behind, I don't think there's like any coming back to this game. So I think Extraordinary is a little bit more on the dangerous side in terms of like comp leeway, but I do think that they, if they do manage to hold on or even get ahead, then the destruction that is like possible with this comp is insane.
That's fair. We will have to see if, for example, Vi opts for a more tanky build as well, just to be like the sole full tank on the team, as opposed to going for like more damage oriented build, and which makes you more like a pick champion because you don't really want to stay in the fight. So you're looking for like skirmishes and bursting the first target first, as opposed to like staying in a fight and tanking a lot of damage.
Yeah, I'm also looking at on the paper, of course, like reality is often different, but um, they both teams got beaten by the same opponents, and they both won over the same opponents. So like this game is supposed to be even from the get go. If the drafts even look remotely even, we might be looking at the 40-minute game we were hoping for at the start. I didn't even get the chance to put on the game, and we get a pause already.
Does Extraordinary have a chance at playoffs when they win this game,
I
or
don't
how does
know.
it work right now?
I don't know how many get from the group uh, out of the group. I reckon like 3 of them get that out, but or maybe 4 even. You get a group stage of 8 probably, right? Uh,
Quarterfinals should be 8 teams, or sorry,
I
no,
think
yeah, quarterfinals you should have 4 teams unless they shift it up.
if Extraordinary wins this one, a lot of the teams will be tied.
Then you have tiebreakers, I suppose.
Yeah. Um. So for Extraordinary, this game offers a possibility to go into a tiebreaker. For Emerald
Oh,
Punishers, this avoids a tiebreaker.
okay. I actually figured it out as well. Like on the page, it says playoffs is 8 teams, and
Yeah.
there's 2 groups, right?
Yeah.
So only 4 teams out of the 12 actually drop out from the playoffs, and 8 advance.
I mean, it is fairly certain that Gucci and Beasts are locked from this group, and Tenacity is locked from the second group. Oh, never mind. Wait, the second group is almost fully locked as well. Snakeback and Black Lotus are locked as well. Never mind.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
So,
Yeah, because top
yeah.
4 from both teams. Yeah, so only the bottom 2 drop out.
Yeah, you need 3 points to be locked.
Okay.
So Emerald Punishers, Black Manta, Extraordinary, Silver Phoenix, and E-Wolves are still on the door, while Ayatopia and Turtles are completely out. Well, Turtles, yeah, I guess that's why they forfeited, but does make sense.
Nothing really going on level 1. Both junglers only warding and going back for the Oracle, otherwise just 5-pointing.
I mean, does make sense, although as a Darius, I would just walk into a bush, like, not giving a damn, because there is no way Xante can win a level 1.
Xante giving a little bit of a leash there.
I'm curious. Nah, there is no second wind. I will strangle the guy.
Who didn't go second win?
Vamarox, Xante.
Oh, okay.
There is just no way.
That's gonna be a rough lane for him.
Yeah. Wait, what? Did I just see Darius pool not working? Okay, whatever.
We see top and mid going the way of Punishers early, as was expected probably, and bot lane I think the Extraordinary team should get prior there.
Yeah. I mean, it's no surprise I feel that Caitlyn and Siren are taking the dominant stance in this lane, so...
Yeah, that's true. That's what we expected, and no surprises in the first few minutes.
Yeah. So right now I believe Xante is coming out with a farm lead. Out of when this turret fully like gets it done. Interesting. Meanwhile, no info is up for no good.
Looking for the early gank. He skipped the Crocs.
Oh
to
wait.
go for-
Ooh, gets actually the double scuttle.
He's level 3 though.
Yeah.
But bot doesn't have prior to help them. He sneaks it off first.
I mean that's a good move, I think. Okay. Amarok's in a position where he has to duke it out. And I don't think there is any escape for that, but...
Flash. He can ghost after him. Yeah, that's first blood. Well played.
I even think Flash from Amarok was, like... not that great, because you were dead anyway.
Yeah, and now you don't have Flash and Timo still does, so... That's gonna be rough.
Okay.
TP back though. If he can get the return kill, that's huge though.
Yeah, that's massive. And there's the Flash. I mean, it's still something. You got pretty much it for free.
Xante can probably freeze and catch up with CS, but he's still behind.
Yeah, he freezes. He even backs. Is he actually that bold? I want to see this one.
I think it's gonna...
It's gonna crash. It's gonna crash. I think... Oh, he goofed.
Oh, that's...
Oh, that hurts. That hurts real bad, because he messed up his wave now. Oh, damn. Oh, that's a bit of a rough time.
I like the idea of freezing and then backing, but with the 3 casters there, like it's not gonna hold it until the next wave gets there.
Yeah, he needed to trim a bit. Also, did the bot lane miss the plate? I don't know. I think they missed it. So, as of now, the goal difference is just the first blood. Overall. Extraordinary bot lane decided to stay. Which kind of makes sense comparing the health values.
Yeah, they can play for Dragon as well. Y hasn't done his Crocs, so the Crocs haven't leveled up. Like when they respawn, they give you more off of that, but he still hasn't done them. Now he's doing them, but Rel with the bot Priya, they should probably look for Dragon. Extraordinary bot backs, so they suggest they're not going for Dragon, at least not yet. Punishers can look for it now though. Liz is 60%, enemy bot backed. It's a good play by Punishers, I'm not sure it's a good play by Extraordinary, because if you play Caitlyn Zyra, you can't afford to give up Drakes for free.
Especially I feel like the
the
peak power in the late game is better for Emeralds. Just like overall team fighting power if they ARAM'd.
Yeah, most likely.
It's just Jinx is just that powerful with Renata. Especially we're looking at a Darius with a lead by default. Okay, change by support coming in. The CC chain and he's not moving. Oh, they failed just a little bit of a CC chain there. But nice attempt nonetheless. Flash out from Bunsen and he has to back and probably TP as well.
He has no TP though, so he looks like he's staying for the wave and then backing, but he loses tempo, so Punishers can't go for the rift off spawn.
So Lissandro's, like, the biggest thing he should do right now is just cancel the back, but I guess Bunsen just stays. Okay, but now changed by support, finding Timo here. Vamarox wide after them all and does ult. Meanwhile, No Info is also finding his way onto top lane. Timo goes down and No Info is now in a situation where I think he can't get out of. Maybe he can. There's a dash coming in from Vamarox, but no. They trade 1 for 1 and this ends up being Extraordinary's gain overall.
What's getting really low. They can push in the way, get the plate. That's actually what happened in the top lane is something we saw in another game where Timo pushes out. He has a pushing wave, and then even though No Info is really close for the gunner gank and just to cover the shove, like he doesn't wait. Like Timo doesn't wait until No Info is in position and then just pushes up and dies. That's twice that's happened. And that actually allows Extraordinary to get back in the game, because now Punishers doesn't have tempo on the rift. Top lane is kind of neutralized a little bit, and bot lane is still getting a decent lead for the Extraordinary side.
Wait, I just now thought about that. Xante is playing with a Conqueror. Wait. Fascinating.
Looks for extended fights, perhaps.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it a lot.
Again, why would you extend the fight against Darius?
That's true. I think I have only seen Grass being played on Xante, but
yeah, because the drain pattern is so good. Like you Q them, they get the slow, you have extended attack range just for that little while. You get the grasp proc with it off. I mean, along with the passive bonus, right? And then you just eat off. It's the same reason why almost no Jax main takes like attack. I mean Conqueror. Some of them take lethal tempo because like the passive damage. I mean, the ultimate damage is just that good. But grasp otherwise is just better. Even some Gragas players take grasp. Oh boy, and Punisher's bot lane is just getting hit quite a bit. Okay, both millers have the roam timer, but nothing happening as of yet. 45 seconds to go. I do think Extraordinary bot lane also wants to back here. At
They
least
want
should.
to take the They want to take the turret, then back, then
Will they
probably
make it?
go middle. Yeah. They have enough time. Like the tempo is roughly the same. Like Punishers maybe have like a 10-second tempo advantage, but they still have to push out the wave first, so it evens out.
Mm-hmm.
And also the thing is, Extraordinary bot probably wants to swap into middle with Lissandra going bot. Then you play for Dragon. So
Okay, no info. Finding
need to
Vamarax here. Also Vamarax ulting here, trying to get the damage onto the Conqueror being stacked. Do they get the kill? And that's the kill. Vamarax goes in, 5 stacks about to pop on Timo, but it's just not enough as he has no time to get the ultimate off. Few for none.
That's really rough now with the Xante getting all the kills. Darius falling behind and Extraordinary bot already being ahead. It's slipping away. At least early game from Punishers here.
Mm-hmm. Did you get the dragon as well? So in neither side of the map is going well. So you know it's looking a bit of yikes. Also the Mountain Drake is massive for Xante especially. The Herald gets dropped. Ooh, change by support does flash out. They try to get Tonari ult pop. And they are all being stuck here. Vamarax TP'd in, got the pick. And that's the end of it. Timo does get, I think, at least a few plates here. So, the question is, was the TP worth it? I don't know. But certainly was a play.
I don't think Santa had to TP, but maybe they were looking for both of the kills. I don't think he had to TP though.
Mm-hmm.
Because, okay, we
Ooh,
see
but the CC chain with Buns, and then there is just... What? Flash in from Grilly saves her teammate. That's quite something I haven't seen in a while.
That's a real support play.
Yeah, true. Now Timo trying to not let Vamarax join under the turret to get those minions, but Vamarax comes back to let the 5-stack still hit for no absolute reason. Ay.
That's a good trade. Prevent the kill and then get one back. Slows down the Extraordinary snowball.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how they decide to play though. I think Extraordinary should play for the second rift. Try to break tier 1 top and middle.
Okay, and now Vamarax is really into that kill, trying to get it here, and the true damage comes out. Who comes out on top? Timo gets the kill, 700 comes home, and Timo dies for it. But now the follow-up with the ultimate, the layered CC a bit too much, bit too tight. But now no info has the Q displaces change support, and everyone on the Extraordinary team is running for their lives now. Levi gets a little bit kills on the back, but I don't think it's enough to remedy whatever went down just now.
That's a huge ultimate by Grillis there, hitting all 4. They got so low, just hitting each other to death there.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lissandra got one back on Y on the other side of the fight, but
okay,
still...
but this fight is apparently not over as Bunsen and Levi just are going at it still, and Leva jumps in, does get the W off onto Bunsen, has to ult herself to get a little bit of HP. Bunsen walks into the ult, gets a little bit of damage, and goes down. That misstep cost him his life.
I don't know if that was necessary to stick around there, but well punished by Levi there with the Lissandra ult, saving himself and then getting out so that the Renata W can't save Bunsen.
I think the misstep into that ult range was kinda, you know, something.
Yeah, true. That brought the gold really close now though, the top side with Darius getting the shutdown on Xanta, and even though Bunsen gave a small shutdown away as well, just Punishers getting more kills total, like put them back in the game. Dragon in 1 minute.
Okay, what was that? Oh, that was Hexflash.
You got a little too high for that actually.
Yeah, I was like, wait, where are we going?
We can see the Extraordinary going for Rift though, which is a smart play.
And they still have time for Dragon, so... Like, they don't necessarily lose out on tempo. Don't think they have that much banked either. I mean, the maximum they have is like 900 gold.
It will be curious to see if they do actually go for the contest.
Ooh. So Vamarax is absolutely alone here. Probably does ult out. Does get Krellis with it and tries to dash here. Tries to come out with a pick, but it's just not enough as the damage is lacking. They do trade up. Wait, they trade up 2 towers on the Extraordinary side.
Lissandra can push top as well, and now they can...
Ooh, but the collapse is about to happen as No Info and Timo are lurking behind. And Rave is just caught between them all. She goes down. And, you know, the tier 2 stands in the mid lane.
Very good call-outs by Punishers. They can't really allow to like back there and then give tempo on the tier 2. So finding the collapse there was really good to save the play. Otherwise, Extraordinary probably takes like 2 or 3 towers with the top combined.
Okay, Vamarax is still out for blood. Guess not. And I believe Emerald Punishers are taking this dragon as well. So we're looking at 2-1 for dragons. And quite even gold.
Lissandra got the top tier 1, but the Punishers I feel like had a split call, or maybe it was designed that way, but 3 people going middle, 1 going dragon. If you go 4 middle, take the tier 2, then go 4 dragon, you actually do both much faster. So splitting up there might have basically stopped them from actually taking the tier 2, so
Yeah.
curious to know if that was like a design call or... Anyhow, the gold is literally even. Or
As I was saying, on paper,
gold.
these teams was at least seemed even.
It's good to see a really close game though.
Yeah.
I don't want to jinx it now with like one side blowing it completely open and like getting a 20-minute Baron. But I'm glad we're getting like a close and very contested game.
Okay, Punjin getting a little bit watched on here, but that's totally fine as he is allowed to be walked out. Interesting. I mean, there is technically nothing to take on the map right now, as I don't think any team, and I mean neither team really dares to go Baron. So we are just in a waiting contest until next Baron. I mean next Dragon.
Yeah, most likely.
Okay, but No Info is not having it. Never mind, he's having it.
Yeah, he backed out. It's a 3v3. I don't think they knew where Lissandra was exactly.
Yeah, makes sense.
I feel like both teams are, even though we see a flank
Lissandra
now,
coming in,
Lissandra's
release
coming
being
in.
AFK pretty much. Lissandra right in the middle of them all, but does manage to ult herself. Now a lot of damage coming into Grelis, has to back off from this fight. Also, ooh, Timo and Vamarox on the side, duking it out. I think Timo goes down here as he has no means of escape from this one. But it is gonna be close either way. And this whole fight for this one kill.
It was well disengaged by Punishers, but they got caught there. Like, they didn't have really good flank wards, and Lissandra just walking into the backline. That's very rough there.
Okay, now they do end up getting the tower. Question is, do Punishers retaliate? No info jumping in. Getting to the Levi, but also getting frozen, so not much to do there.
Yeah, nothing came of it. It was a good idea by Punishers to look for the fight because Extraordinary has been longer on the
Okay,
map.
Brave getting caught by the flash Q. Vamarox also in a tight spot, trying to make it happen, but nothing is working, so he's going down as his HP bar depletes. Absolutely.
Do they call Baron or just go for the push, try to get the tier 2 and camps?
I have no clue what is happening.
Looks like they're going for the tier 2. I think the play for them would be to take the tier 2, rotate to the top side, take the camps, and try to take.
Okay, no info coming in with the buns and ultimate. And they do wombo combo DDoS out of existence as Change by support is also helpless against all this CC. And has
Jungle
to just...
dead.
Okay, wait.
It's greedy though. It's
Wait, Levi going in. Jumping in, getting that 3-man W. Does ult herself right in the middle of it. I mean, Grelis goes down. But does this chase actually manage anything more? Wait, Rave has heal. Excuse me? Okay. Yeah, that heal actually managed to make it happen. They got another one. And Bunsen is still going for it. Wait,
Really good punish by Extraordinary, but very greedy to go for the tier 3. Once they get the first 2 kills, like their play is to rotate into jungle, take the camps. Darius joins
Timo
them.
getting a little bit stuck here. And we
He's
see
caught
Vamarox
right with
ulting
that
again, and I think Timo has no escape out of this one. Dragon in 20 seconds, and that means Timo already cannot join the fight. I think Krell also in a tight spot as Change by support does manage to land at least a Q. And
They
that's
can
that.
go Baron though here. They can force Baron though, like realistically.
And I think that is the call.
Are they gonna trade? That's a big swing for Extraordinary if they do actually end up trading. Punishers feel like they can't contest, it seems.
Okay, and Dragon simultaneously taken.
When the blue kill thing popped up on the right with V taking Dragon at the same time as the Jinx rocket hit, I actually thought he stole it
Yeah.
for a second there.
Would be a fun incident, no?
Yeah. Well, gold is even. Like, there's not a lot of standing gold on the map, apart from like Punisher's camps and the 2 tier 2s.
Yeah.
So if they can stall out the buff, they're still in the game. But if Extraordinary should find like 1 or 2 picks and take multiple turrets, then they can probably generate like a gold lead for the next dragon. So it comes down to the next few minutes how they play the Baron and how well Punishers can stall the buff. Because if they give like 1 or 2 picks, then it can swing to like a 3-4k gold lead very, very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I feel like Emerald Punishers has just like in a really defensive stance. If I'm looking at how like they're positioning themselves, right? It's really like turtling.
Right now, they don't have a lot of options. They want to wave clear, want to contest vision between the lanes.
Okay, Vamarox taking Bunsen right out of the turret. and does maybe get... If he gets the third Q on, then there is a kill potential, and he didn't have the damage in time. And he refused to back off as well. So he's going down for his sins.
That's actually huge for Punishers, because not having Xanta in the side lane, now the Orianna can actually roam over or even threaten the TP, and that's your whole...
Okay, no info right in the middle of the enemy. Getting hit by every CC possible. But
look to fight here.
now Levi, right in the middle of the enemy, can't even ult herself. As no info gives chase this team fight once more, but I don't think there is anything coming out of it soon enough. Teemo's looking for the flash, but just doesn't find the range.
It's really good though. Like, they don't need to do practically anything other than this. They already stopped the Baron power play, got the pick, or rather the 1v1 outplaying the bottom lane. Then Orianna back. They immediately looked for the 5v4 when they had the numbers advantage. That's just very smart play. And now Extraordinary practically didn't gain anything out of the Baron. So the gold basically swung like 1.5k in Punisher's favor.
Do you want to point out that supports have a 30-point difference in vision score? 69 to 36. That's a little bit too wide, no?
Yeah. Maybe Grelis hasn't backed frequently enough to like restore his her.
Wait, 74 to 48 now. Why did he jump? Okay, no info getting rooted. Nothing. I mean, it is soul point for the Emerald Punisher, so I'm sure they're just looking for that. Oh, the flash coming in with the buns and ultimate as well, and the wombo combo taking down Rave. She has nowhere to go anymore. Change per support also being taken down by no info, I believe, right here. And the fight is still going on. Vamarox taking Donner Prime over the wall, trying to get all the damage in he can after going down. There is just nothing here to be happening anymore, as no info has run out of cool options and abilities to chase with. And that's 3 for 1. Fair play.
Yeah, well fought. I felt like it was a little split, or rather they got split at one point, like Lissandra was in the middle of everyone, Xanta kidnapping Tonari there. Maybe if they stick together more, they can save Tonari as well, or peel back quicker. Like, it highly depends on the comps that are going on.
Okay, no info, finding that pick here maybe? No, but the Q misses. And now he's getting hit also by the Rage CC. He's half HP before the dragon fight. Also live out of the fight, so maybe that balances out things.
Levi has TP, can come back in. It's still contestable for both. We see Puns and TP coming in. They're taking the entry point from the bot side. Extraordinary hovering on the top side.
TP coming in and the dealers just laying out those traps. Seemingly at random, but maybe it catches some.
Both teams hovering, but I don't see like Darius for
example.
example.
But the CC hitting Demo, maybe there's a follow-up. There is none, but Levi jumping in, can't even put himself once more. And the buns are not coming in. Wait, where'd you go? Okay, Bunsen actually deletes Vamarox, and I believe this is end of the game.
They can end through the mid wave if they're quick with it.
Right.
Like if they run straight to mid, they can brawl in. 30-second spawn timers. Yeah, they should be able to end. They have a wave as well in position. 20 seconds. When you have 20 seconds and you're at inhib with minions, you should be able to end it most of the time, so it should be over.
And with this, Emerald Punishers have gotten their spot into the groups.
Playoffs.
And also with this, they have secured Black Manta's playoffs. Black Manta's slot into the playoffs.